I don't think Lex is going to leave YouTube.
I don't think he is either.
He's talked about it many times. I don't think he will.
I've heard no. I've heard Lex say he's going to quit YouTube every year of my entire life. Yep. He's never going to do it. This is just so irrelevant.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Irrelevant Podcast. Matt and JC here. It's a brand new year, 2021. First time we're recording for the year. Feels good to be back in LA.
Yep. And also, the fact that we're still doing this podcast is really awesome. A lot of people, we had a lot of naysayers. They're not going to continue it. Where's the podcast? It's 2021. Where's it been? Well, we went on Christmas holidays. We were a little bit busy. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But we're back for the new year. And before we get into anything, I think both me and Matt agree. Something that you guys should do, especially if you watch this podcast on YouTube or you listen to it on Spotify, wherever, or honestly, wherever you're at, whether it's Spotify or Twitter, like wherever you want to like send us stuff, be sure to leave some comments and replies, maybe on YouTube, maybe on Twitter, whatever you want to do of potential topics. Like we're always looking for like the Q&A questions at the end of the episodes. We also, bring our own topics to the table for this podcast, but let's load it up for 2021.
Yeah.
Feel free.
Everything you want to know in 2021. It could be current events, week to week, but any topic ideas you have, any people you want to see on. Obviously, we have some people we have in mind.
Yeah.
People we've heard. Jack, I hear you guys out. I hear you loud. I hear you really, really, really loud.
Everybody wants Jack.
We know we're getting Jack on.
Jack's
it's going to happen.
Number one requested is Jack.
It's just a matter of when he's ready to do it, able and ready to do it, which will hopefully be soon.
Yeah.
I think it will be soon.
How is the new year treating you?
It's good, man. I mean, it doesn't feel any different than last year. But it was refreshing to be out of LA for a little bit.
Yeah.
To be honest, because we went to Florida, and Florida is very much different in terms of COVID protocol than it is in LA. Yeah. It is much more locked down here.
Yeah.
A lot less to do. Like the restaurants aren't open anymore. There's a curfew. It's like lockdown again. In Florida, not the case. People are going to restaurants indoors, loaded with people. It's almost normal, which is crazy.
It's like there's a little bit of like a facade over there or something. Like it's almost normal, but not.
Truthfully, I just feel like people just don't care as much.
Oh man, it's so wild though, because like LA is in such a whatever you like people. I know a lot of people have differing opinions about COVID and all that kind of stuff, but over here in LA, for the most part, we're on lockdown. Like,
and it's bad right now.
Like literally. This is the only person I see is this man. This is the only person I've seen in a while.
Kind of true.
Probably my whole life living here. It's just
this guy's got a full beard. He's like, I've only seen one person my entire time in LA.
Yeah.
It's been 7 months.
I mean, COVID tests all the time here. Like people go constantly. Like it. And
dude, I couldn't even get an appointment the other day.
Really?
I was gonna get one just when I got back, just to make sure I'm clean. I couldn't get one for 4 days out. They're all booked, completely booked, all locations.
Please help us.
And I was like, well, I guess I'm just going to figure out if I have it just by, luck or chance or, how I feel, I guess. And maybe I will never know. So fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, we've been really, really safe, but I think it's just so crazy. Like, again, like as much as 2021's rolled around, having that, it's like, oh, new year, everything's gonna be great.
New year,
like,
new me. New year, new year.
Still the same.
I don't know.
Someone said on Twitter, this feels like the DLC 1 to 2020 instead of
yikes.
It's the new content update that it's already on the existing year. But I am still excited for this year, and I hope it's a more positive one. There's been a lot of crazy stuff happening in the world.
Oh yeah.
I honestly don't even know if we really want to get into it on this podcast because we like just talking about like fun things and stuff for the most part, but it's been crazy. Like the first week or so of January, as you guys know,
started off with a bang.
In the country, absolutely wild. And I don't even know. Like I didn't expect this year to be this way already, how it is. But hopefully February, maybe. Hopefully February is the time.
Valentine's Day rolls around. People are feeling a little bit more loving, less aggressive.
They're like, oh, love.
I don't know, man. We'll see. But
what if they see like the red everywhere, like the hearts and everything, and they see the red, and it's like worse because the color red is everywhere.
Bro, why you gotta put that in? Why you gotta put that in the world? Why you gotta put that aura out there?
It's like, oh, love, but love is also like hate. It's true.
Listen, man.
Love and hate are like on the same scale.
Red is definitely a emotion evoking.
This is love
color.
and hate.
Love and hate on the same scale.
Yeah, they're like a.
They balance each other out.
There's some sort of like scientific test. I wish I had the evidence to back this up.
What are you saying?
There's some sort of scientific test. I don't know why I'm on this tangent. That love and hate are like roughly the same feeling in some ways. I know it in your heart. You're like, no, that doesn't make any sense.
I'm gonna have to look this up after.
But it's something about the way your body reacts is almost the same, or like the way. Like the emotions in your body, like how the neurons in your brain fire off or something. I don't know.
You just
it's just it's a true thing. I swear.
All right, we'll look it up. We'll look it up after.
It's love and hate are the same. That's why relationships are rough sometimes.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I love this. I hate this person. I love this person. I hate this person. Dude, it's true.
That's probably true. You know what else is true? People have a love-hate relationship with Bitcoin.
Oh my God, here we go. Okay, so apparently. Apparently, starting off the podcast, Bitcoin has been skyrocketing over the past couple of weeks. I actually finally invested some in Bitcoin. Not a lot, just a little bit. I was just
claps for JC.
Thank you. I'm going to clap for myself.
Getting in.
Dude, we had the investing podcast episode, had to do something,
Dude,
right?
You should have done it then. Oh, you'd be looking good right now. Nah, it's good. You're still good.
But anyways, a lot of people are, especially right now, as we're recording this, it's dropped a little bit. Like it's been skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And it dropped like just a little bit today.
Yeah. So for context, it was at 42,000 a Bitcoin a couple days ago. It's now at about 33, 34,000 this moment. And maybe it's changed. I got like 4 or 5 text messages just now like, yo, are you buying this dip? Are you getting in on this dip? From people like other YouTubers, friends of mine, my dad.
Dude, my dad started texting me about Bitcoin and be like, oh my God.
Yeah, that's when you know.
It's very different. But yeah, I think that's kind of really surreal seeing that. I'm really curious because you said on the podcast, I'm pretty sure you said on the podcast, you're like, oh yeah, it's going to hit 100K someday. Like you're feeling it.
I don't know if did I say?
I swear you said that
this year.
Well, I know that's what you think.
Well, if I didn't, I'm saying it now.
Yeah.
I said it on Twitter. I said it on Twitter in November.
Yeah.
When it was at 16,000.
And now it's at like, it's been around 40 for the most part.
And it will be, I'm a strong believer, it'll be over 100,000.
Dude, if it gets up there, this man is going to be smiling so hard.
I'm already smiling. I'm loving it. I am loving this shit.
Let's knock on the glass
It's
table.
great. Yeah, right. Hopefully knock on wood. Hopefully it doesn't go to zero anytime soon. That'll be bad. No, it's exciting stuff. I mean, I'll say this, like if you really look into it and get involved, like invested in learning about what it is and how it works, you'll see why people that are for it are so hyped about it. There's a lot to be excited about with it, I think. But there's also, like I said, it's love-hate.
Yeah.
Some people are like, yo, this is a scam. This is bullshit. There's no value there. It's a joke. Like this doesn't, like traditional investors or a lot of them are just ripping it. Like they don't believe in it at all.
Damn.
So
we'll see.
Some love, some hate. We'll see what happens.
We'll see what happens. But it's been a crazy turn of events. Not even a turn of events in like a way that Matt didn't think about. Matt predicted a lot of this to happen.
It wasn't me. I don't want to take credit. I watch other people and research other people.
But I'm just saying, like, in terms of like my friend group, I mean, you're like the main one who knows what's going on with that most of the time, I feel like. And you were saying for a while you're like, dude, I swear it's going to happen. And it started happening more and more. So I might actually invest more, maybe like right after this podcast is over. I'm not sure. Because it's like, right now it's like dipping a lot, which is a good time to do it.
It's a good time. It's down like 15% today, which is notable.
Yeah. So that's why
that is a good time to buy.
A lot of people are hitting you up because they're like,
they're like, yo, you get in on this right now? Or what are we doing here? Nah, it's good. And if you're watching out there and you're interested, I would say definitely do your research, look it up, learn about it, understand how it works.
Don't put any money unless you do your research.
You gotta look it up and figure it out. But for what it's worth, I'm a firm believer and I have backed that with my investments.
So Bitcoin check, looking good.
It's looking good right now. We'll see what happens in the future. Bitcoin check's looking good.
So what have you been like up like? How are you feeling with 2021? Like we did kind of like, did we do New Year's resolutions? We kind of did.
We did like goals for this year. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's funny, dude? My mom gave us her own New Year's resolutions to us. She called them New Year's suggestions.
What does that mean?
It's basically her nice way of saying, hey, it's a new year. This is what you should be doing that you're not doing.
I haven't even met your mom.
It was like the most She's awesome. But it was like the most
Hello.
I don't even know what to say. It was like the most like, hey, this is, without being a jackass, like, these are the things you're not good at and you should get better at.
Is it?
So she gave three of them to myself, my dad, and my brother. We're sitting on the beach, right? And she just brings this up out of nowhere.
What'd she say?
I was like, you don't give resolutions to other people. That's like a self-reflective thing. So she goes for me first, and she gave me be on time, which
You're pretty good at that.
see, they don't think it depends. It really just depends on what the situation is.
If
It's an important event and it's like and other people are involved, I'm usually fine.
Yeah.
But if it's like hanging out with family or friends and it's like not like critical that I'm there at the very moment, yeah, I'm usually late.
Yeah.
So fair. Another one was to eat one healthy meal per week.
Dude, that's
When you say it out loud, it sounds so bad.
that's COVID in a nutshell.
Dude, I know. She's like, cook yourself one healthy meal. So
My God. Oh, I could go on a tangent, but keep going. Keep going.
about me?
No, about food. Keep going though.
Well, your pressure cooker's not working anymore?
We'll get to it. Keep going.
Okay. Well, anyway, yeah. So that was the other one, and then
That's hilarious, though.
I don't remember what the third one was. It was like not. It wasn't that relevant. It was whatever.
That was irrelevant.
It was irrelevant. The best one she gave though was to my brother.
What?
Poor guy. I'm gonna throw him under the bus here. He said she's like, find a girl. Oh, I was dying.
That's
bro.
not
I was
good.
dying.
Dude, when your mom says that.
It came out in a way that was so not what she meant, but I just thought it was hilarious. I mean, he's fine. He's doing his thing. You know, he's living life, man.
Hey.
He's working his butt off. We're
He
growing
is.
a company, like it'll come when it comes. But I just thought it was funny the way she said it.
That's hilarious.
So let's hear yours. Let's hear the pressure cooker situation.
Okay, so I was just curious how things have been going like since the new year. I feel like this year is already going by really quick. If
been
anything,
10 days.
dude. It's going by fast. It's been, dude. It does not feel. It feels like January just started. It's been 10 days.
Okay.
Like
Well,
what,
I mean, yeah, I guess.
bro?
Sure.
What is my life? It goes by so fast. I don't know.
Yeah, don't blink. You'll miss it.
Yeah,
Your beard's long as shit, dude.
dude. I know.
How long did it take to grow that? 5 days? 10 days?
10.
10 days?
No, I'm just kidding.
You grew that in 10 days? I was like, jeez, bro.
no. It's like about a month.
Okay. That's still like a nice beard.
I think it's been a month because over the break I didn't shave.
So you've been eating healthier or no?
No. Well, yes, I'm starting to.
No.
I wasn't. Okay, so here's what happened. All right, I just recently for Christmas, my mother, shout out to Mom Fire, but Mom got me. She just sent it to me. Didn't even ask for this. She sent me a Ninja Foodie air fryer / grill.
No.
And it's legitimate. It's an air fryer, which a lot of people are talking about getting air fryers.
Yes.
That's when you know you're getting old, by the way, everybody.
Dude, Jess wants an air fryer. I was
Dude.
like, yo, should we get an air fryer? She's like,
Dude.
yes, please.
Yes. Dude, she will love it. Listen, it's my Ninja thing. It has an air fryer like container that you can you can put it inside of it, or you swap it out and put the grill segment inside of
Okay.
it. So you just swap it, whichever one you want to use. I haven't used the air fryer bit yet because I've had so much fun grilling. Because I never really grilled before. Because I always use the pressure cooker.
What kind of stuff are you grilling?
Dude, chicken, sirloin. Like I'm like making the first thing I did. What else do you grill?
Chicken, sirloin.
The same shit.
I'm fucking Chef JC right now, baby.
No, the first thing I did was one of the meals I wanted to do like near Christmas was we got some sirloin from the store. I want to make steak because I don't really make steak that much. I normally make like pork chop and chicken and stuff in the pressure cooker.
Yeah.
But got some steak. Dude, oh my God. You want to know how easy it is? Bro, you press a button. I go, yo, high temperature, 12 minutes. All right. It starts preheating. It goes, beep, beep, and it just starts preheating. And it preheats in like 4 minutes. Literally like 4-minute preheat, dude. It's crazy. It's just this little thing sitting on top of the counter in my kitchen. And put some canola oil on the steak. Put some really good seasoning that my dad sent me. My dad has this like awesome seasoning mix. And throw it on the grill. I think after 4 minutes, flip them. Make sure they're being stabbed slightly by the grill marks. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And when you flip it after 4 minutes, then you let it go again for another 4 minutes, and literally just after that 8-minute portion, you take them off the grill, and then you throw vegetables for the last 4 minutes into the grill. So I threw Brussels, I threw broccoli, and dude, let me tell you, it was like a 12-minute meal to make. Maybe a little bit more because of the preheating.
Prep, yeah.
But I mean, it didn't take much prep. It was just like put some oil on it and throw some seasoning, and like literally
Fire.
like it was medium rare. Literally medium rare. It wasn't overcooked or anything, and it wasn't undercooked. It was great, and I was like, dude, this is the future. Like I literally just
This is the future. A grill on a counter. The future.
dude. I mean, it's
That's
so
awesome.
great. But you can. So far I've done chicken, I've done steak, and I really want to do shrimp soon because
That
I
sounds like
love
it'd be
grilled
good.
shrimp.
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite things to get at a restaurant. But I think it'd be really cool to like just make it on my own and get like skewers and stuff.
Do it up.
And
Yeah.
really see how that works. But the air fryer thing, people are making all kinds of stuff. That's why you hear a lot of people talking about it on like Twitter and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can make fries so fast. You can make like I think like wings and stuff
You
too.
can make pretty much anything in the
Yeah.
air fryer, seems like.
Yeah, it's really,
Just throw it
really
in there,
fast
cook it
and
up.
easy. Burgers are super easy too in the grill. Like you just put like 4 patties in there.
How big is this?
You need
How
toast the
big is
buns
this
at the end.
this thing? Like, I'm wondering if I should get this one as opposed to a different air fryer.
Dude, this one you should get this one.
So
It's
this
because it's a
Ninja?
grill and
How big are we talking? Like, like a
It's-
toaster oven size or
No,
like a
like this. I don't know if for the YouTube
is
audience.
it deep?
Yeah, no, it's
What are you doing? Like, I don't know what's the size
this is
here?
like it's like this, like that size.
Okay, and like how, like super, like big or like
No, it's
like a
not
little guy?
super tall.
So it's like a slightly larger toaster oven.
Yeah.
Okay.
But oh my god, is it one of the best things I've ever gotten? Like, oh my god,
All right,
the pressure
Ninja one,
cooker,
all right.
bro. I did my boy dirty. He's gone.
You got rid of it?
No, I didn't throw him away, but he's unplugged.
Did you name him?
No,
It sounds like you did.
no.
My boy, he's gone.
Well,
I miss him.
I'm gonna use him for like vegetables and like potatoes and stuff. I think, but I've been really enjoying grilling,
Dude, that is awesome.
And wow,
Yeah, I think we're definitely going to pick up an air fryer. Maybe I'll check out this one with a grill. That could be
Dude,
good. Because our
Ninja
toaster oven
foodie.
is screwed. We use that thing so much, dude. You turn it on now and it literally smokes because there's so much char like burnt into the actual metal. It's ridiculous.
Oh, and all the things in the Ninja, like all like the pots and stuff and the grill thing,
Yeah.
machine or washing
Machine
machine.
washable?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's clutch because I am so lazy when it comes to
I
washing
know.
that stuff.
Well, you might want to like get out like the
Well,
cracks,
yeah.
but
All right, I'm sold.
Dude.
I'm in. I'm in
Bro.
on the air fryer combo.
you'll love it. I'm serious. Oh my god, I gotta do fries. I really need to try fries.
Dude,
haven't done it
I'm
yet.
gonna get some.
But anyways, that's basically the best thing.
So you got the air fryer,
I got
air
the
fryer grill.
air fryer grill combo, and yeah, that was a moment. The other thing that's happened, and we should probably get into this because I feel like this is going to be the title of the video. Sorry to talk about a grill for 5 minutes, everybody, but the other thing, and this was also a Q&A question. So this is our only Q&A question for this one. Again, send in your Q&A questions on the YouTube video or on Twitter, whatever you want to do for any kind of topic, guys. Seriously, we love featuring you guys on the channel and on the podcast.
Right.
And just, we
send
just
'em
love
in.
doing it.
Send 'em in.
But this is from Andrew Games. And it says, most likely you guys have seen Pat's video. But what are your thoughts on, if you guys don't know who Pat is, that's TheSmithPlays on YouTube. What are your thoughts on his new path and his new podcast? What's in the Basement and Irrelevant podcast collab eyeball emoji as well.
Okay.
But basically, to sum it all up, I think it was during the break.
Yeah.
Because we definitely would have done a podcast episode about it then. But people have been asking us for the longest time, for the past like week or so, I would say. I've been getting
Super long
questions
time.
on stream.
10 days into the year.
Yeah, it's just
Deep in the year.
see, it feels
Just way.
really long
Like, this
time
year's
ago.
going fast.
But yeah.
They've been asking.
Yeah, they've been asking, what do you feel about Pat and what his new like direction is in life? Because if you guys don't know, we have this friend. His name is Patrick. We've made a ton of videos with him in the past. Matt specifically has made a ton of videos with him in the Z House. We did a whole podcast about the Z House.
Top
and all that
10
kind of
trends.
stuff.
I worked on with him for 2 years.
And he basically announced his departure from making Call of Duty zombie videos again for the second time.
I think it was more than that,
yeah,
though.
but yeah, it wasn't just Call of Duty. It wasn't even like Call of Duty Zombies in specific in the video. It was more just he felt like his channel has come to an end in terms of what he wants to do with it, and he feels like it's the time to move on to another passion, which is music. Which, what's up with our friends going to music? Like Jack is in music, Pat's going to music.
It was a surprising to me too. I actually knew this was happening before he put the video out, because I actually had a call with him
Really?
about a week before, and like he really, really loves music.
Damn.
Like, and I was like, dang, bro, like do your thing, go for it. But to me, think about it, right? He just passed 3 million subscribers.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Anyone watching him, at least from my perspective too, it's like this guy is crushing it. He moved to Fortnite, did really well with Fortnite, came back to zombies with his retrospective series that really did well. It seems like everything's going great for him.
Yeah, he was like, I do want to point out, Pat was somebody who basically led the charge in making awesome series content for zombies, for Call of Duty Zombies back in the day. And then he did it kind of again this year. Well, not this year anymore, last year.
Yeah.
With, he did, like you said, a retrospective series where he went through every single Call of Duty Zombies map and just gave it like this mega analysis review. And a lot of people love Pat, because he's been in the community forever. So they're really looking forward to seeing like, okay, how do these maps hold up years later? And I think a lot of the hype leading up to Cold War Zombies, I would say like Pat had a really major part in revitalizing the community.
I would say
vibes.
he revived it leading up to Cold War.
Yeah,
he started the revolution of reviving the community.
In a lot of ways, there's some other players too. I think
For sure.
a lot of people are going to say like Tim Hansen it did a lot in the same vein too. But Pat was one of those major key. I almost said Matt, but Pat was one of those major key players who, like, his channel was doing really, really well with this content.
Yeah.
And here we are just a couple months later, and it's like, hey, I'm not into doing this anymore. And that's a really interesting thing, because it's like his channel wasn't doing bad.
No. I mean, his channel is, you could argue, is doing as well as it has ever done.
Yeah.
He literally just passed 3 million. He was like crushing it on subs.
Yeah. But
the views were doing really well.
Do you wonder, like, the 3 million bit, right? And I don't know, I would probably have to ask Pat this, but do you wonder, and I guess you talked to him a little bit, so you might know some more about this, but do you think there's like a moment where you get to a point as a content creator and you're like, yeah, I don't see myself hitting like 4 million, right? Or I don't see myself hitting like 5 million. Or do you like, are you always hungry for that next thing? I think with Pat, I don't think he is, right? I think it's kind of over, right?
We're getting into this territory I talked about with my friend today. Mm-hmm. Once you realize you're going in a like, it doesn't matter if you're growing or not.
Yeah.
Once you realize you are stuck in a place, like you're put in a box of a specific type of content or a specific game or whatever it is, and you know that's not what you want to do long term, it becomes incredibly hard to keep doing whatever it is that you're doing. So in Pat's case, if he knows in the back of his mind, hey, like I love this at one point, but I don't love it the same way anymore.
Yeah.
And I have this new passion, or I refound my love for music and I want to explore that. Doesn't matter how well the channel is doing. At some point, you have to come to terms with reality and be like, yo, this is not my long-term vision. This is not what's making me happy. I have to just do what makes me happy. And it's crazy because he did it at arguably like the peak of his YouTube career. He kept peaking, I would say. He just kept going up,
and if not the peak, one of the peaks.
People there are millions of people out there right now that are dying to be YouTubers.
Right.
They want to be YouTubers. And this guy's he's made it.
Yeah.
He's on a high performing level. He's, probably in the top 10,000 channels on YouTube. Like he's top 1%.
Yeah.
Quits cold turkey. That says to me a lot.
Yeah.
And I respect the hell out of Pat for doing that, because you have to. If that's not what you see long term, why are you wasting your time with it? No matter how well it's doing.
That's a really good point.
I will say,
Well, something I do want to point out is he didn't quit entirely.
No, he didn't. That's true.
There's a little bit more cogs to this. he also has a Minecraft channel, which is something that is
His Minecraft channel is crushing.
oh my
it.
God. I think he jointly owns it with his editor,
Roman.
right? Yeah, Roman.
Dude, Roman's a homie.
Yeah.
I talk to Roman every day.
That's awesome. But yeah, they started a Minecraft channel together. It's called Nifty Smith. If y'all want to check it out, it's absolutely exploding.
Oh yeah.
And so it's kind of interesting though, because I feel like a lot of people are like, oh my God, Pat's gone and stuff. And it's like, dude, if you literally just click over to Nifty Smith, there's like a video like every week, and that he's still making content. Like he's not done with, like it doesn't seem like he's done with YouTube. It really doesn't, unless I'm wrong. Maybe
no. I mean, he even left the door open on his main channel. Like he says, it's like an indefinite quit.
I think it's.
But there's
more
no
like,
reason he can't come back. Like he's not going to delete the channel, you know?
Yeah.
But he's still doing, like you said, he's doing the What's in the Basement podcast.
Yeah.
He's doing a podcast and he's doing Nifty Smith, which Nifty Smith is doing better than his main channel.
Yeah, and something I don't know. I almost liken it to like a band or something. Like he was in a band and he just the band's breaking up, but he started like another band something.
Yeah.
So it's still like a big thing that he left, but he's not like truly gone because he's doing something over there. But I don't know. I just find it so interesting because so many people were talking about this, and
He even got in Drama Alert for it, dude.
really,
Yeah, it was on Drama Alert.
no,
Yeah. And he was like I want to say like number maybe 7 or maybe even number 3 trending. That video.
Wow.
That video did
I
like,
remember
that did
seeing
like
it
1.5 million
trending.
views.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a big deal. Like he's confined to our community because we know him and that's where he's always been. But he's a relatively big creator on the platform.
Oh yeah.
And he's been through multiple games. So like he's got an audience outside of just our little niche community.
So why do you think why do you think he felt trapped? Do you know?
Is that what he said? Is
I
that
don't
the
know.
words he used?
I mean, you used those words. So I'm
Oh,
just
did
guessing.
I? I don't know if I. Okay, maybe I did. I don't
no,
want to
you're-
put words in his mouth.
Oh,
but,
I know, but I'm just saying. I don't think he would.
my analogy, yeah.
I don't think
If
he would
creator
disagree
feels
with you.
trapped. No, I don't think he does
Yeah.
disagree with me, but I don't want to say that he says he felt trapped.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if that's exact terms he would use. But
Yeah.
I'm saying that he knows he wants to do music,
Yeah.
which is to a lot of people probably like, oh my God, this is such a different. We didn't like you would never expect it really.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if you've seen his Twitter videos of him playing guitar and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
and
it's
he's
crazy.
got really good.
Yeah.
like he's good.
Yeah.
So props to him, man. Like, go for it. And he said he's working on like producing some music with a friend who's a producer, like knows how to create music on Ableton or whatever they use. And it sounds like they're going to be putting out like actual singles and stuff together, which is crazy, but good for him.
Dude, that is so nuts. I gotta say, Pat's like one of the. Pat, I don't know if you're watching this or not, but dude, Pat's like one of the most productive people I've ever met.
Yeah.
I just don't even know sometimes how. Like I've been on YouTube since 2009, right? We've talked about this before, but never in a million years has my productivity level been on the level of Pat. Like not even close. There's never been a time. There's like maybe 1 week that I remember being like, hell yeah, I'm super productive this week. And I really, really like just gone full force in content and just there's something every day and all that kind of stuff. But like Pat truly was, and is, not was, but Pat is just, he does so much stuff, dude. Like I wish I could just get into his like brain of like a life in the day of Patrick and just see what his day is like. Like when does he wake up?
Yeah. That would be
When
really
does-
cool to see from all of the other creators
Yeah.
that we're friends with.
Yeah,
We
like-
should, when we have them on, we should ask them.
Yeah, that's a really good
I want to
point.
compare each of them because I'm really curious. Like, what is it like for Lex versus Pat versus what we do?
Like what time do you wake up? What's the first thing you do? How long do you spend on something? And I mean, he obviously is learning so many more skills in music. He was doing that on the side of making YouTube content this entire past year. That's crazy to me. Like I don't know. Like I feel like I don't have time at all to do anything, but
Yeah, but you have to remember you
find
also
way.
have a day job.
Yeah, that's true.
That obviously is a huge part of your day.
I guess so. Yeah.
Considering it is a day job.
Yeah, it is.
But no, I mean, you're right. He's doing a lot of stuff. And the more important part is he's doing a lot of stuff well.
Yeah.
Because anyone can do a lot of stuff. But if you got too many ideas, like some of us, Sometimes
Dude,
they
he's still
don't
hurting
they don't
from
all
that.
work out. Nah, I mean Jess is gonna kill me for saying that. She's like, you gotta stop freaking bringing that up. Nah, I wasn't gonna say anything. I was gonna keep going, but you brought you had
Sorry,
to
Jess.
notice it. It's supposed to be like a low key thing.
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
it's all good. But he's doing these things well, and that's impressive to me.
Yeah.
So, props to Pat. I respect it. I think it's a good move.
I think it's a good
It's a move he had to make.
Yeah. I don't think there's a way you could look at it and be like, this isn't a good move.
No, and I don't think anyone did.
Yeah.
I hope not. I'm sure people were disappointed that they're not going to see him making videos that they want to see anymore, but you never know.
Yeah.
He could come back.
Never say never.
Could never say never.
I thought a year ago I wasn't going to make any YouTube videos anymore. Or a little over a year ago. And I was like, you know what? I definitely I feel like me and you kind of have, I feel like if there's anybody in the community, like of our friends, I feel like me and you may be closer to like the feeling that Pat had this past year, maybe, because we're kind of on like the outs of doing what we used to do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, whether it was me like going to Variety, us doing this podcast, you're doing so much like experimental content right now on your channel as well.
Doing some different stuff.
But, there's this feeling of, I don't know how to even describe it, but just like a year ago, I was just like, yeah, I don't know if this is for me anymore. I feel trapped in the way that you're saying. I feel like I'm trapped in a box. I feel like people only know me. Dude, this is gonna sound so like ego, but there's this like weird feeling about people only know you from one thing that kind of like gets into your brain a little bit. And I definitely had some like toxic moments for sure. Just like at some point on stream, I'm sure. I mean, when you stream hours and hours and hours, you're going to have a moment where it just hits you.
Yeah.
But dude, there's like, we talked about before, there's so many times in the past where it's like, dude, I want to do more than just what I was known for 4 years ago.
Right.
Right. And I want to bring more content than what I was known for 4 years ago. And so I had that feeling for a long time. I'm like, I got to be done with this. Like, it's hurting my, like,
Your mentality.
yeah, my whole mental state.
Ego,
it was just bad. But I think I got sort of through that period a little bit and figured out really, okay, what does my life look like now that I've had a little bit more time to settle in? And at the end of the day, I don't want to completely get rid of YouTube or any of that kind of stuff. So I've been trying to just make some more like fun videos when I can, but I'm not really stressed. I'm not like stressed beyond belief about, I hope this video goes viral like super hard because day job again. But I feel Pat in like that sense of, I felt very trapped and I definitely wanted to do something that, like, I want to do something like you always kind of want to do this thing at like, okay, what's the next level, right? Like, what's the next thing, and where does my heart go and where does my passion go? And I love that you can see something I love about content creators. This is something that I think is so special about this industry, is that you can literally see it like manifest and change over time in almost like a documentary style way. It's so weird, but you can like go back on both of our channels and you can go back to like the time where you're like, yep, that's when I was feeling this way. And that's when I was wanting to do this like big change in direction of what I'm up to. And there's something really, really cool about like, you can just go back and like look at, oh yeah, that's when I made this content like that I never do anymore. And this content that I do now. And like, that's where that change was. And you can just go back and look at it. And I think because of that, like you kind of have this feeling all the time on YouTube where you want to find like, okay, what's the next direction?
Right.
Cause you can see the previous directions. You can
when
see
you go back and look at those old videos, do you see them differently now than you did then?
Yeah, absolutely.
I got that. That was always one thing that's to me was always weird. It's like, oh, I remember making that video. And then you go back and watch it, and you're like, wow, I don't remember it being like that. Like oftentimes I'm like, wow, I was like pretty shit back. Like my shit was not good. And is it still not good? Or like, I feel like I'm better than that now. I don't know. Like
I know exactly what you're feeling.
I look back and I'm like, wow, like I thought I remember it being a lot better at that moment than it's looking like right now.
But you see, I feel like that's a good thing.
It's good. It means you're growing.
Yeah.
And progressing.
I think in terms of like, as a content creator, I feel like that's good that you feel that way, because Dude, something that I highly recommend for advice for anybody who is wanting to be a content creator, because so many people want to. I'm sure people listening to this podcast want to. A lot of people, right? But something I would always say is if your content looks the same as it did 2 years ago, like I'm talking really, really damn close.
Yeah.
And you're not like exploding or anything.
Yeah.
Change it.
Yeah.
Like you really have to, you should be able to look back on your content and be like, oh, that's when I didn't know how to do this.
Yeah.
And that's when I didn't know how to do this other editing thing that I didn't know, or that's when I wasn't really good at talking on camera as much, right? Like I can go back to when I was streaming on YouTube, not when I was streaming on Twitch, and I'm like, holy hell, I look like an awkward kid. Like I still look like an awkward kid, but I look like a really awkward kid like 2 years ago. Like I didn't know what I was doing. There was also a time, I'll remember it forever. There was a time when I was like streaming with like 3 of our friends back in like the zombies days. And I remember just not knowing how to mute on Discord.
Oh no.
You know, like how you have you have hotkeys now, right?
Yeah.
But back then I didn't know how to do a hotkey. So it was just like this thing where I was getting donations and I was trying to like read the donations, but there was also 3 of my friends in the background and they're like kind of spitting jokes at me because I'm not muting.
Yeah.
And I don't know how, and they're coming in so fast that I gotta stop talking to them. And I just didn't know how to like
manage it all.
Yeah, I didn't know how to manage it. I'm like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like a 19-year-old kid.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for this kind of stuff. I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm so thankful for it, but like, I didn't know what was happening. And I look back and I'm like, that kid is an idiot, dude. He's like, I'm so glad I'm better.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, like he got really overwhelmed super easily to the point where I was like annoyed in the stream, I think, with my friends because they were like,
they're ripping on
me so bad. I think people might remember what stream that is too. But that was, you know, it's something I look back on. I'm like, oh, yeah. I've grown from this.
Yeah,
right? So I think in that sense, what you're talking about, I think it's a good thing. It does hurt sometimes where you're like, you want to, sometimes it's bad to look at yourself all the time because it's, you know what I mean? You get caught up in where am I at now? Or, oh, I look at an old video that did super, super well. And then you're like, well, why isn't my content now doing well? You know? I
have that issue with looking at other people too that are like really excelling and thriving. Yeah. And being like, oh, like what's the point of me even trying? Because they're just like, they're just so much better than me. Like they're just crushing it. Like I'll never get to that point. Like it defeats my drive. Because the Reddit for You channel, I'm changing it to a finance channel.
Really?
And I'm doing videos on the finance shit. I have to. I love it. So
do it. I mean, we talk about Bitcoin and stuff on here all the time.
Absolutely, dude. I'm really excited about that stuff. But I look at other channels and I'm like, sometimes I look at them like, dang, bro, like his shit's just so good. It's so well done. There's this one guy I watch. He was just on Logan Paul's podcast. Yeah. His name's Andre. Okay. His videos are fantastic. He gives amazing advice about finance. Yeah.
Bitcoin stuff. I think I saw that video.
But it's more than that. Yeah. He does magic too. You ever seen Now You See Me? Yeah. He was the guy that did all the card tricks. He wasn't in the movie, but he's like the expert that taught all the actors all the card tricks in the show. Oh, damn. In the movie. Okay. And there are like some crazy ones in there. So he does magic during his videos. Like he'll have like a wallet, he'll like whip out a wallet and it'll catch on fire, like literal fire. It's nuts. It's like little things. Yeah. And then his camera work is incredible. It's like some of the best I've seen on YouTube. And it's just him sitting down and talking, and there's certain angles he does, but like it's just so crisp. I was like, this guy's fucking crushing it. He does like all these cool things and all in one video so seamlessly.
And it makes you feel like, damn,
and it's just like I can't even why would I ever subscribe to me when you can subscribe to this guy? Because he's just so good.
But you can't think about that though.
You can't. You're damn right, because you'll never get anything done if you think that way.
And also, people subscribe to way more than one person. True. Like I've subscribed to people that I don't think this is no offense to somebody, but like, you know, I might subscribe to somebody. It might not necessarily be because I think their content's better than somebody else's. Right. It's just like, I want to follow this guy. I want to see what he's up to. Right. Yeah. And I think that's really important to think about. Like you can't let it get in your head. And something I've had problems with, this is going to sound so weird, but I've had something similar where I've seen like ideas. What bothers me, oh my God, like when you have an idea really badly inside and you're like, I want to do this idea, but you just haven't done it yet. and you see somebody else do it, I like literally refuse to watch it. I'm like, I can't watch that. It just like hurts. Like there's a lot of like, I don't even know how to describe this. It sounds so like petty, but it's just like, I'll see a video. I'm like, damn, that's probably a really good video. And that's definitely something I wanted to do 2 weeks ago. And I'm just like, can't watch this one. I just can't do it. You know what I mean?
It hurts.
But really,
it hurts.
I could. Who cares?
You could, but it hurts because you had the idea and you just didn't do it for one reason or another, whether it's time or...
The biggest thing, bro, is if people just... Oh my God, if you just didn't let doubts get into your head, it's impossible to do. You're always going to have doubts. But the amount of power you could have, like if you just did whatever the hell you wanted to do and you like see something and you're like, oh yeah, that guy's doing that. That's popular. I'm going to do it too.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, again and again and again, we talk so much about regrets and not taking the leap of faith and not taking the action there. And there's so many times where it's just like, I don't want to do this. Like they're over here already doing it. Like I want to be different. Why? Why can't you join in on the fun? Why can't you
yours
do
can be different,
like
but the same, you know, along the same format, essentially.
Yeah. There's so many things that you can do to like take opportunity and grow from. Yeah, your content may not be as good as the best streamer or the best YouTuber, but at the end of the day, like I think people recognize that we're all just people.
Yeah.
You know, to some degree. Maybe not everybody recognizes that. There's some crazy comments out there, but you know, all just people and we're all just trying to like figure it out. But
damn right.
I think the thing with Pat, to like sort of close off the Pat stuff, I think Pat is, man, I'm so happy for him. I don't even know how to describe it, but there's something with a lot of our friends, I feel like, where me and you, we're like a little bit in the zone of like, yo, we're more free.
Broke the mold a little bit.
Yeah, we broke out of the shell
I'm
a little
glad you're
bit.
bringing this up because I think you have a good point here. Like a lot of our friends, I think, are already in the same mental space as Pat.
Yeah.
They just haven't haven't broke it off yet, essentially.
Yeah. And I don't want to speak for everybody because obviously there's so many different things probably that everybody thinks about. But I mean, I can just talk about Lex. Lex, for instance, I'm pretty sure he wants to do Minecraft now. Like straight up, just wants to do Minecraft.
Has he been playing a lot?
Dude, oh my God. He literally just joins Discord and mutes himself and just plays Minecraft. We'll be in a call. There's like 4 or 5 of us in Discord or something. Lex will join. He's like, hey, what's up, guys? We're like, all right, yeah, we're already muted. Just playing. I don't know why he even joins. He just joins.
Is he deafen too? Or just
we
mutes?
make fun of him all the time for it because he'll just like join and deafen and play Minecraft. Dude,
what's the point of being in there if you're going to be deafen the whole time?
Dude, I don't know. It's Lex. He's crazy.
Just to have your presence known?
Yeah, he's just there. But he's like playing Minecraft in the background and stuff like while we're all talking. But he's really, I think, going to try to give it a go soon. Don't know how well it's going to go or not. You know, it remains to be seen. I think it'll go pretty well.
If he dedicates himself to it, it'll go well.
And I think he probably feels inspired a lot by Pat. I mean, Pat is following again what his heart wants and what he wants to do, and his Nifty Smith channel is taken off.
Yeah.
And Lex is probably like, dude, oh my God, it's like there's just so much content out there that I could probably be doing. I mean, that's the thing with like somebody like Lex, right? And again, if you guys don't know who we're talking about, Mr. T Lexify, you know, awesome YouTuber, really entertaining, a little crazy, but really entertaining. One of our friends for years. But something about Lex, and I'm always going to tell Lex this, is that Lex is one of those people, I swear to God, he could do anything. Yeah. I really think he could do anything. In terms of content. As long as he's him,
he will have he's one of the rare cases where I think people will watch him for him.
Yeah, it's really hard to do that.
They really do watch him for him. It's less about the content, what he's playing. It's more about him.
Yeah, but Lex gets it into his head all the time that it's not that way, I think. And what?
Look at Lex's numbers.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
Lex is smaller than almost all the other dudes at this point, but his following is way larger.
What do you mean smaller?
From a numbers perspective, he's got what, like 1.3 million subs, somewhere around there?
Oh, like compared to like Pat and stuff?
Yeah, but you know how many actual fans Lex has? Triple anyone else. You want to know how I know?
Because they're in your chat.
Well, not even that. Well, sure, they're in my chat. They're everywhere. You go to a meetup, you'll know who has the real fans.
Yeah.
Because the house meetup, right? Back in the day, you'd have probably like 85% of the people at the meetup were there for Lex.
Mm-hmm.
The 15% were there for the rest of us. Usually we're mostly Pat. The other three of us didn't get really much love at all. But I mean, it's fine. It is what it is. But that's when you realize, like, Lex, he has fans.
Yeah.
These other people have following, but his people are loyal. Like, they are there for him.
Yeah.
And the reason I'm bringing this up is because he couldn't be more wrong about that content shit. Because if he was doing, like, I don't think he's found his thing, because I'm telling you, he should be way bigger than he is.
Yeah.
He should be way bigger than he is.
Damn.
He should.
Yeah, no, I think
the numbers don't back up how many fans he actually has. Like his like active, you say active subs is got to be like astronomically higher than most channels.
Yeah, I'd probably think so too.
But he doesn't do that. Like, his numbers aren't that crazy.
But I think Lex puts himself in a box a bunch, and he lets it get to him. And I'll tell Lex that, and I won't be afraid of saying that. Lex,
well, with zombie stuff.
Well, with zombies, but I mean, there's a lot of times like something will come out, and Lex also doesn't play a lot of, and this might just be because he doesn't play a lot of games, but he doesn't play a lot of like single player games too much. But I know for sure if that man streams something like a scary game or something, people will be all over it. People would love it, or just anything that's like popping off, like where it's Rust right now, or just I don't know, like he just. His fan base watches anything he plays.
Exactly.
And I could see him like easily being somebody like XQC, right? Like I could just see it in my brain, like because like XQC's chat is very similar to Lex's chat. Like just I
out of control.
It's crazy. It's crazy. But no, it's like, and XQC is that kind of person where he just plays whatever the hell he wants, does whatever he wants to do.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree more.
And he's got
with
these
you.
like rabid fans,
Dude, as soon as he goes for it,
yeah,
he should be so much bigger than he is.
Well, I think Minecraft will be a really,
dude, he should just play whatever he wants, period. Yeah. And if he does what's popular, it'll go that much faster, Because realistically, what does he do? He plays zombies. And I don't know. I mean, like, sometimes he does some other stuff, right? But
he plays some stuff off stream, but
no one's seen that.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
I know.
You can't play games on your own anymore. That don't count.
We should, yeah, true. And also we should very much point out his reaction channel where he just watches content is blowing up. Like
people love Lex.
I think his channel might be past my channel sub count on the couch channel.
He's doing 100,000 views consistently on that channel. No sweat. People love Lex, man.
Hey, all we're saying is, from two friends to all of our other friends, you guys are really entertaining people. And you guys can do literally anything you put your hearts and minds to. And
I mean, they're all thinking about, I'm sure at this point, a lot of them are thinking about what's the long-term plan? What's the future plan?
Yeah. I mean, we're all getting a little bit older too.
You're not going to be doing zombie videos forever.
You're not.
And you've taken that step back and because you have a day job now and you are taking the steps to where you want to be in your career.
Yeah.
You also have to remember, I'm a bit older than all these other guys.
Yeah.
So like that kind of to me was like, I got to figure this out now. I can't wait for the next game to be done and then I got to start figuring this out now.
I think the biggest thing to look at is just look at all these content creators that are doing, like, they're just coming up with fun ways to make content, and their personalities are just shining through beyond what game it is. We could talk a little bit about it maybe, but Rust, this game is taken over Twitch the past like week or so, maybe more than that. Had 1 million viewers on Twitch. Dang. A category having 1 million viewers is insane. Like, that's like ridiculous. I think Valorant, I don't even know if Valorant got to 1 million. I think it hit 1 million, but like that's back when Valorant had the whole like you're watching for the drops and stuff. Dude, I feel like it's like the same, if not more, maybe. I can't remember the exact numbers.
Millions a lot.
But that's a lot for one game. And especially a game that came out 7 or 8 years ago, right? And it's all because content creators are slowly starting to figure out, wait a second, if we just play together with our personalities and just keep on collabing more and more.
That sounds eerily similar to something Something else we've talked about.
I know. But seriously, they're like, it's the thing that's been happening this year. It's like this wave of party games and this wave of we're just playing stuff for fun. And it's not like I'm not dedicated to this one game beyond belief. I am just having fun with my community and with someone else's community, and they're like coming together.
Yeah.
That's basically what Among Us was.
Yeah.
Right? That's what Among Us really did. Fall Guys was similar in the same way. Like all these games this year have been that way a lot. And again, I really do think you see Noah, our friend Noah, he's playing on the Rust server the past couple of days. He's done like 9-hour streams on it. He's having a blast.
Jeez.
He has to be having fun. He would not do a 9-hour stream if he's not having fun.
Yeah, definitely not.
So
That's a long time.
I don't know. All I'm saying is to all of our friends, y'all can do whatever y'all want to do. Please realize
You should. Yeah. You should. I mean, I don't want to throw out names, but I've talked to, beside Pat, I've talked to some other of our friends, and they're thinking about what's the next step? What's the next thing? Where are we going with this?
And that's what we're talking about. Like, you look back at your content, you're like, what's the milestones? What's the directions that I changed? And I think Pat in some ways, maybe I'm speaking out of term, but I think Pat probably felt a little bit like he was maybe regressing a little bit. Because he did this thing where he like branched out and did something different, and then like came back and then did the old stuff that he did before. Yeah. And it was and he probably felt a little bit like, wait a second, I already did this for years of my life. And maybe not regress in terms of like content quality, because the quality was great and probably better than ever, right? Especially all his retrospectives were awesome. But there's this, if I was in his shoes, I can't imagine. I don't know. I feel like I wouldn't contain myself. Like if I was switched from zombies and did something else, it'd be really hard for me to switch back and just be like, yeah, I'm going to be doing this like we did it back in 2016, baby. You know what I mean? It's just not.
Yeah. Take a break, come back, and realize that it's the spark's still not there. So maybe it's time to move on to where the spark actually is.
I think that's what he started to realize, is that he's just not, his heart's not in it completely, and he wants to do music, and that's just crazy.
Dude, can you imagine a day when we see Jack and Pat like just ripping it together, like a live performance? Wouldn't that be crazy?
Pat on the guitar.
I don't know what the setup would be, but yeah, I mean, I guess in some Pat guitar, and I can't imagine Jack rapping over guitar though, so I don't really know how that would work. But
Linkin Park, baby.
Okay, all right. Who knows? Yeah, you don't know. And I mean, it's possible. Crazier things have happened. So,
yeah. I mean, hey, at this point, I think if there's anything that I realize is that when we talk about like the 3-year plan, 5-year plan, all that kind of stuff, I have no clue where all of us are going to be.
Dude, you should write down. You should write it. I was wrong. I was a year early. I don't know if you saw a tweet. I wrote the 5-year plan 5 years ago. It's actually next year.
Oh, really?
I thought it was this year. I was getting hyped, and I went to look at the document. It's actually 2022.
Damn.
So I have one more year to get to where I think I thought I was going to be.
I should write it down too.
I'm going to do it again when I get to the next year, because I'm not going to tell about it yet because I want to do it for a video. But it is crazy to see where you think you're going to be and where you actually end up.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I feel like this past like year or so, especially COVID, especially all the stuff that's changed, like I feel like in our friend group a little bit of just like everybody's doing like kind of different things. I'm just so interested to see where everybody goes, or
One of my predictions right now.
Sure.
We'll just go with like the couple people we've talked about maybe.
Okay.
I don't think Lex is going to leave YouTube.
I don't think he is either.
He's talked about it many times. I don't think.
Dude,
he will.
I've heard no. I've heard Lex
leaving.
say he's going to quit YouTube every year of my entire life.
Yep.
He's never going to do it.
He was saying Z House. He's been saying it for forever, and I'm telling you that guy's not quitting because he is like.
No offense, Lex, but you say it every year.
No, I mean, and I don't think he should. I think he's not anywhere near where his full potential is. I think he's like got so much more to go.
Yeah,
and he's not that he's not crushing it, but like he just belongs on the platform. He's like the epitome of a YouTuber to me. Like anyone would love to watch this guy because he's just so unique and interesting and energetic. I think he'll still be on YouTube, but I don't think he'll be doing.
What do you think he'll be doing? Do you think his
Don't know.
reaction channel will be more popular than his main channel?
I don't know how long reaction channels will be around.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's going to be a trend that comes and goes.
I disagree.
We'll see. In 5 years.
I'm still kind of amazed at the fact that people can watch like full-on videos and just not get in
No,
trouble.
they'll be around. Well, that's the thing is like, will they be around? I don't know. The copyright stuff's going to be interesting because it's a fine line. You're walking a fine line with reaction stuff. Anyway,
Yeah.
I think he'll be on YouTube.
I think so too.
What he'll be doing, probably something in gaming still,
Yeah.
but definitely not zombies. If he's still doing zombies in 5 years, he won't be on YouTube. He won't make it that far.
Really?
Nah, no way.
Why do you think so?
Nah, dude, zombies ain't lit. I don't think it's gonna make it that far.
Okay. You think he's gonna
You are like looking at me like I'm crazy. Like you think otherwise.
I just want to hear like why.
Dude, that guy. You think he's gonna make another 5 years doing zombies? No. I don't think anyone's making it 5 years doing zombies.
I think there's major burnout all the time. in the community.
Absolutely, dude. We're hitting a like people are starting to fall off now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine 5 more years? No. 5 years is a long time. 5 years is a long time. Trust me, it's a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You change a lot in 5 years, especially these next 5 years in their age. Oh man, life
Yeah.
changes a lot.
Yeah.
So I think he'll be YouTube, but definitely not zombies. Maybe gaming.
Remember, Lex is younger than me too.
Yeah. I mean, he's like what, 22?
Yeah. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'll be my age at the next 5 years.
Yeah.
Tell you something, dude. 22 to 27 changes a lot. A lot. You start thinking way differently.
Dude, so much has changed for me in the last year, bro. I'm scared.
It changes a lot. So, because you like once you get out of college, I think that's when it like really starts to ramp up. Like life is very different. It's very different, and it just keeps getting different.
Yeah.
What do you think? You think probably something along those lines for Lex?
Yeah, I agree with you.
What do you think about Pat? I mean, he's already taken a step, but
I think I could see Pat maybe. Well, he's not like completely gone because he's on the Nifty Smith channel. I see him finding ways to like to talk and continue like that outlet. I think you and Pat are very similar, and I think I am too. Where even if all like you were done with all content of like I'm not making series videos, I'm not making like these really high quality videos. I just want to talk though, like, really badly to people. I feel like Pat is one of those people that I used to watch the Smith Squad podcast all the time that he would do. He did that. He did like hundreds of episodes of that. I'm pretty sure
he did do hundreds.
And he loves to just express where he's at, like express what's going on, express things that he's excited for and all that kind of stuff and just talk. And no matter what, I see him still making either podcasty stuff.
Yes.
Or more chill videos like commentary type stuff. But I could definitely see him being more on a route of podcasting.
He's always loved Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
Like I was the first time I heard about Joe Rogan was because of him.
Wow.
This was years and years ago.
I mean, and also again, like
I totally agree with you though.
Yeah.
I think podcasting is going to be
whether that's with his new podcast or not, I
format.
don't know, but I think he's going to
in some fashion.
Yeah.
I think that longer form type of content. And then if the music thing keeps going, I mean, who knows where he'll end up with that?
If he's really passionate about it, that is going to be nuts.
He'll make it somewhere. I mean, he's already got a following going into it, which is a huge benefit because the music industry is ruthless. It's so hard to make it in the music industry,
I can't
man.
wait to talk to Jack about that. I really want to.
Oh man, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Just from having a couple friends in the scene, like it is ridiculously hard to make it. So we'll see. But like you said, I think if he puts his mind to it,
yeah,
he'll go somewhere with it.
What about the other guys?
Dude, Noah's gonna. I don't know. I mean, if out of all the zombie friends we have in that niche community, I think Noah's the most stable because he's not just a zombie YouTuber.
Right.
He is truly ridiculously good at many games, and he plays all kinds of games and does well with them. So I don't think he'll leave.
I think something about Noah is out of all of us, he's like you said, he's really good at games that you wouldn't even think he's good at.
Dude, he's like actually disgusting at most games he plays.
Yeah. So I think no matter what, if there's just a game popping off,
he can,
and that he can just be really good at. I think that's always a route that Noah can go. But he's also had a lot of success with variety stuff. Again, he's been streaming the Rust stuff lately.
Yeah, he can. Yeah.
So
He's done. He just goes with the games pretty much.
But I think Noah,
that is a great business plan.
Do you think Noah will still be on YouTube? I think he will.
Unless there's something else that comes up that's like really enticing to him, I don't see why he wouldn't keep going.
Yeah.
I see him in 5 years. I see him over 10 mil.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think he's gonna. Why would you not continue that path? His case is so different than the other guys.
Yeah.
Because he's not in a box.
Yeah.
And it's because he's got.
The funny thing is, I feel like he would disagree with us and say that he is in a box probably.
I mean, sure, the zombie stuff does really well for him, and I
feel like everybody has to feel it to some degree, right? But
yeah, because it's all relative though. Like, yeah, zombie stuff does 1 million+ views for you every time you post something, and you're always like the guy people are watching for Easter egg stuff. Mm-hmm. But your other stuff also does really well. In comparison, it's not as well, and to him, he's probably like, oh, it's like not nearly as good. Like, I'm not performing. You're over here getting 500,000 views. It's like, dude, any of us would love to have that. Yeah. So it's all relative to where you're at, but he's set. He's good. I mean, he's really good at games. That's one thing I've realized over the years. Every time a new game comes out, the dude's always good.
Mm-hmm. And also Noah's a great guy.
He is. He's entertaining, and he works. I know that guy works hard. Like, he puts the time in. So if he keeps going, I could see him over 10 mil if he stays with it and doing great.
Hell yeah.
I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't do that.
You know who I'm really curious about?
Who?
Milo.
So I talk to Milo actually frequently.
Because I'm so curious about where he's thinking. And I've talked to him some too. But Milo's always seen as like the story guy and like the lore stuff, right? And again, we're talking about MrRoflWaffles, Milo, our friend. Mm-hmm. But he made a lot of like stories. Our friend. But he made a lot of story stuff for zombies forever. He was like the story guy. And I feel like the story this year is kind of taken a back burner a little bit.
Yeah.
To say the least, it's not as in depth, and I don't want to like critique Cold War like crazy or anything. I mean, the gameplay of Cold War is awesome, but I think, the story that was going on for 10 years ended, right? To some degree. Yeah, it's still continuing in a different way, but that whole main thing that people were following, again, I was so entranced in the story, right? That was what really got me going and making content, because I love just thinking about where the story could go. And I don't know what I would be like. I don't know if I was Milo, I'd be like, man, this game is really gameplay focused and not story focused as much.
But I think you're doing exactly what we say we don't like. You're putting him in a box.
I know, but I'm saying like I'm saying that
I don't think he's saying that at all.
Really? What do you think?
No, I think he's saying like, yo, I got to get the fuck out of this.
Really?
Straight up. That's what I think. I don't know that because I haven't talked to him about this recently, but if I'm Milo, think about it. It's just, he's no different than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Just because it's doing well or it's done well for him doesn't mean that he loves that for eternity. Like, you change, you grow, you adapt. Like, you're not the same person you were 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
You're saying even if the story was like amazing and popping off, you'd say it'd be about the same thing, because it's just you're doing something forever.
It would just prolong it prolonged the inevitable. This is like, it's been the same situation for years now. I remember the second Z House, we were talking about like what's next, because it was that was when World War zombies was coming. World War II zombies was coming out, and everyone was like, like, what's the plan? Like, are we gonna keep doing zombies now, or like, what's the deal? And here we are, like, most of the guys still doing the same thing, more or less. This conversation is not a new conversation.
Oh, not at all.
It's just people keep getting delayed because it's like, okay, this is working, and there's new content, and it's another year of doing what we're doing, and I don't have to think about it yet.
Yeah.
Not that they aren't thinking about it, but they don't have to.
Dude, this is such a deep combo. I wish we could get one of them on the podcast.
They're going to have to eventually.
Yeah.
Or they'll just die out with the game. And that is a sad thing to say, but that is the truth. You live and die with the game. When you're put in the box, you live and die with the game. You don't want to be in the box. So all I'm saying is, yeah, you might be like, oh, Miles thinking, oh, the story's not as... Nah. He's thinking, dude, this is like, I got to find the next thing.
Yeah, you're thinking...
That's what I think he's thinking.
Yeah.
Because that's what I would be thinking. That's what I've already thought. And I'm not anywhere near as successful as Milo in the zombie stuff. Not even close.
Yeah.
But it's going to come to an end at some point. Like I think he did really well this time. Like the launch.
Yeah, because you helped him out. You helped him out.
Yeah, I did. I helped him edit the video. I mean, he crushed it. Like absolutely. Like the guy puts in unbelievable hours. I don't know if I told this last time we talked about this. I went to bed. I was working on this thumbnail for him. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. here, which is 10 a.m. for him. Okay? 10 a.m. I went to bed. I wake up 8 hours later and he's still up working on the thumbnail. I'm like, the dude doesn't sleep. I don't know how he does it. He works as hard as anyone I've ever worked with. So props to him. He puts it all out there.
Yeah, he does.
But I definitely think like
you think he's definitely looking for the next thing?
I'm sure. I mean, how could you not be? He's a smart kid, really smart kid.
Quite smart,
like, way smarter than I am.
Physics degree,
like genuinely way smarter than I am. He's definitely thinking about like naturally, like what is my long-term plan? I mean, he went to school and got a physics degree, right? And it's like I have to make a decision between content creation and this degree that I stuck with and got.
I could see him also doing that at some point because
possibly maybe there's a world where you combine both, but I don't, I'm sure he's trying to figure that out.
I remember having a conversation with him years ago when he was finishing his degree, I think. And it was something along the lines of like, he was just really debating like, is this degree really been worth it? Like that kind of thing. And I think he's really glad that he has it for sure. Like, I think he's really glad that he put in the work and got it. But he loves school. Like, I know he loves school.
Yeah.
He really did. And I am curious where that potentially may go in the future. I don't know if I need to talk to him about it and be like, hey, like, we need to just have like a sit down with our friends more and be like, yo, what's the 5-year plan? Just like, let them.
Dude, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm sure they've thought about it and they're probably half of the anxiety and struggle that I'm sure a lot of them are going through mentally is like they don't know the answer.
Yeah.
If they knew, they'd be doing what Pat's doing, or they'd be close to doing that. But I bet you like a lot of them don't have like I don't think a lot of people have the answer like what am I going to do with my life? That's a hard question to answer, man. Yeah. Like a really hard question.
Yeah, not even to a content creator, just anyone.
No, anyone in general. Like it's very difficult to answer. Yeah. And I'm sure I know Milo loves skiing. Loves it.
Dude,
like,
I know.
Loves it.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't wait to go skiing again with him, man. It's going to be so much fun. I'm sure he would love to do like content around skiing, but that is so far away from what he's known for that it would take, like you're basically starting from ground zero, more or less. Yeah, you'll have your core following that will follow you and do whatever. But if they have no interest in skiing, like eventually they're not going to watch all your skiing videos.
Yeah.
That's the hard truth. You're going to start from pretty much from scratch, and it's tough to do that. It is freaking hard to have, like, you are used to having a following you've built for 10 plus years, and now you're back to being a nobody because you're in a new niche and no one cares. No one cares because it's not what they know you for.
Yeah. That's scary.
Unless I am seeing
that's
it
the
wrong
dude.
way,
that's
dude,
literally
once you leave the walls of your box, you are a nobody again.
Yeah.
Or almost a nobody. You are starting the same way everyone else
is. Like a bigger box
is.
within the smaller box almost. There's the smaller box of just being like on one game or something. Yeah. And then there's like
the bigger box of being in gaming, period.
Yeah. And
then there's the, okay, I'm going to do something that's completely unrelated to any of these things. People might like it, people might not. But regardless, I have to find a new audience for that.
Dude, it's like, what is it? Chop. Like Chop started
the car channel.
Chop Shop.
Chop Shop.
I love the name.
So dope. Such a dope name. Has he posted another video again? Or
I think he's like waiting a little bit for.
He had some issues, right?
Yeah, something with the cars.
Right.
But I love seeing him do it though. It's so much fun to see.
Dude, I support it, man.
Yeah, this is such a deep conversation. I feel like we kind of have a lot. Like, if there's any thing that's been unanimous across the board of all of our podcast episodes, it's just go after like what you're passionate about and go after, take the initiative. I watched Cobra Kai over the break.
Oh, yeah?
Amazing show, by the way.
Good?
You need to watch it.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Dude, it's
I've seen it a lot
fire.
of places, but I haven't watched it yet.
You seen the original Karate Kid movies?
No. Well, I might have seen one, yeah.
You should watch them, but even still, it's still great.
It's good?
Yeah,
Okay.
but it's great. But strike first, strike hard, no mercy. That is the Cobra Kai way.
Okay. Hey,
And
I like that.
Seriously, strike first, go in, do what you want to do, strike hard, do it right.
Have you seen Friday Night Lights?
A long time ago. I don't remember that movie at all.
Clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
Oh, yeah.
Similar kind
Yeah.
of mentality. I love it, dude. No, you're damn right, but it's easy to say. It's a lot harder to execute.
I know. Oh, I mean, it's almost
It is a
impossible to execute
challenge.
perfectly.
It's a challenge.
Yeah. I mean, and I feel like that's what separates, the innovators and the like really, really successful people is they look, we're not saying this out of a way of like, hey guys, we're so
We've done it.
successful at
No.
doing this.
But
We're saying-
we recognize that it does. That's what it takes.
we recognize that there is that if I just put in a little bit more effort in some places, or if I would have struck first on some things and just went after what my heart was telling me to do, I'm telling you, man, that's the happiness in life. Like there's, someone really dear to me told me like that there's a difference between having a job and having a career. Very different. Job and career,
Okay.
very, very different, right? And you want to be in the spot where you're like, I got a career. I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And I'm passionate about it. And it takes a lot to chase it. It takes a lot to make it work. But again, I feel like I feel like this podcast has gone way over the time we probably thought it was going to be.
An hour and 12.
But yeah, I think if there's anything about the Pat stuff, anything about everything we're talking about, it's inspiring. It's inspiring to see one of our friends that I've known for a while. You know Pat more than me though, for sure.
Yeah.
You're definitely more closer to Pat. Pat's a great guy, and it's inspiring to see somebody that is in like the same field a little bit as me, and just see them go, yeah, I'm not afraid of doing this.
Yeah.
I'm not afraid of doing this. I want to do this. I've been successful at the stuff I've been doing for years, and I'm not even going to let that pull me in a box. I'm not even going to let that stop me from being successful at something else, or at least trying to be successful at something else, right? And giving it that attempt, you gotta be so happy and so encouraging for him. Like,
Dude,
it's
absolutely.
hard to be like, if anybody like goes to Pat and they're like, dude, why did you do that, bro? Oh my gosh, that just pisses me off. Like, oh
I think
my God.
the feedback I saw was very positive.
It's very positive, but you're always gonna have like the rare few who are like, dude, why are you doing this or whatever. But it's just, you gotta give respect where it's due. Like you said at the very beginning, it's just unreal that, again, 3 million subs, you have all this going for you, and you're like, no, this is not what I want to do right now.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to take the risk. He's gonna do it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Props to you, Pat.
Yeah, props to you. I don't know if you were listening to this one, but
I'll just tag all the guys in this one. Let them know we talked about them,
yeah.
But yeah, that was a good episode.
Yeah.
I'm
Anything
feeling
else?
hella inspired. We got to go get it for ourselves now.
Hey man. I'm working on it.
We got to break out of the box, dude.
I'm working on it. We're already both out of the box some.
True.
I feel like
we
this
have definitely
podcast is
we're definitely.
definitely
Oh,
out
I mean, the
of that
podcast is already out of the box.
Yeah. Oh, also, by the way, I noticed literally before we recorded this podcast, huge shout out and huge thank you to everybody listening, because we just hit 5,000 subscribers
hit?
on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
I'm pretty sure, unless it just rounded up.
That would be so unfortunate. If we're like,
On
yeah, we
my
actually
phone?
didn't hit
Well, I'm gonna
5,000.
check right now.
I was gonna see if the it's still out.
I got to check right now. I got to make
Well,
sure.
this is a good time to tell you, if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely do that. If you're listening on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever, and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel yet, definitely recommend doing that. You get to see our pretty faces, although JC's got a full beard going right now. So
Yep. It's coming off soon.
definitely subscribe though if you haven't. And if you guys are enjoying the podcast, which I've seen a lot of great comments so far.
Hey, Belle Delphine liked the podcast.
Dude, I don't even know if we mentioned this. Did we did last time?
What?
Belle Delphine followed us.
Yeah, we talked about it.
Okay. I'm dude, it's been so long. It's been a while. So
We talked about it.
Okay, all right.
I'm just saying, yo, come
shout
on.
Belle Delphine likes the podcast. So like, obviously it's somewhat entertaining at least. I mean, I don't know.
That's some wild entertainment
If you want to share it, go for it. Tell your friends about it.
Yeah, it says 5K on YouTube. Look.
All right. Good
Yo,
stuff.
dude, let's
We have
freaking
5K.
go.
I'll take. That's great, man.
5K subs.
5K.
12 episodes?
Yeah, that's not bad.
That is not bad.
All right, let's to end this podcast.
Can't do that for you.
All right, Siri, shut up. To end the podcast,
Yeah.
by the end of the 2021,
Yeah.
I hope we're still doing this podcast. I really do.
I think we will.
I'm sure we will, but I hope we are. You never know. How many subs are we gonna have? What's the goal?
I don't know what the goal is. Because for me, I'm just enjoying doing it. Like
Fair.
I'm not
No goal. Just if you had to throw a guess.
I want to say something like low, that way I can like surprise
I have a
myself.
number. I have a number in my head. Yeah.
I want to say like 20 to 25K.
Okay, it's lower than I thought.
What are you gonna say?
I'll say 35K.
That's not different.
No, it's not that much.
Yeah.
I think I'd be really happy with over 30,000. Right?
That'd be a cool goal.
That's like 2,000. That's like 2,000 a month. 2,000 new subs a month.
Dude,
it won't-
we gotta hit some.
Well, we
shrimp
got
in top.
to get some better topics in here. Yo, give us some better topics, bro. All right. See you guys all next week. Every Monday.
Every Monday.
2021. Here we come.
It's happening.